This isn't just another headline, this isn't just another tension in the Middle East. This is the kind of moment that quietly shifts the world. While most people are scrolling on TikTok, watching Netflix and going about the day like nothing is happening. Because right now, behind the scenes, two of the most powerful forces on earth are moving closer to a point of no return. No deal, no agreement, no more pretending things are under control. And what just happened, it could impact oil prices, global stability, your money, your future, and whether this turns into something far bigger than anyone is even ready for. So forget the surface level news. I'm going to break this down for you properly, raw, unfiltered, and straight to the point. Because once you understand what's really actually going on, you'll never look at the news the same way again. Let's start with what just happened. The United States and Iran were in high-level talks. This wasn't casual diplomacy, this was serious, urgent, behind closed doors kind of negotiation. And after nearly a full day of discussion, it collapsed. No deal, nothing agreed, and that alone is a problem. But what makes this dangerous is what came immediately after. Instead of stepping back, the US escalated, not slightly, not diplomatically, military. They've now moved toward a naval blockade, specifically targeting one of the most critical choke points on the planet, the Strait of Hormuz. If you've never heard of it before, don't worry, most people haven't. But here's why it matters. Around 20% of the world's oil supply moves through that narrow strip of water. Let that sink in. 1/5 of global oil flowing through one location. Now imagine that gets disrupted, not slowed down, not negotiated, blocked. It's no longer just politics, this becomes economic, energy, power, control. Here's where most people get it wrong. They think this is just USA versus Iran. It's not, that's the surface. Underneath, this is about global influence, because when you control oil routes, you don't just control fuel, you control economies, you control leverage, you control pressure. Countries like China, India and much of Europe depend heavily on this route staying open. So when the US makes a move like this, it doesn't just affect Iran, it sends a message to the entire world. A message that says, we're willing to control even if it disrupts everything. And Iran, they're not backing down either. They've made it clear. No concessions, no compliances, no stepping aside. So now you got two sides, neither willing to blink. And that's when things get dangerous. Let's talk about what could happen next. Not the watered down version, the real version. When tensions rise like this, there are usually three paths. The first one is de-escalation. Both sides pull back, talks resume, things cool down. And right now, that looks unlikely. The second one is controlled conflict. There'll be limited strikes, strategic pressure, proxy battles, and this is already happening in parts of the region. And then there's full escalation, and this is the one nobody wants to talk about, because once things cross that line, it no longer is controlled, it spreads. It pulls in allies, it disrupts global markets, and suddenly, it's not just over there anymore, it's everywhere. Now here's the part most people miss. Wars don't usually start with a massive explosion. They start with small escalation that stack up, one move, then another, until someone miscalculates, and then everything changes overnight. You might be thinking this has nothing to do with me, and that's where you're wrong. Because when global oil supply gets threatened, everything reacts, food prices go up, transport costs goes up, food prices go up, and inflation, you guessed it, it goes up again. If you're already feeling the pressure financially, this kind of situation doesn't help, it amplifies it. But it goes deeper than money. This kind of instability creates uncertainty, and uncertainty is what shakes markets, businesses, and entire economies. So even if you're not following politics, politics is following you through your bills, through your cost of living, through your future opportunities. Let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about recent events. This is years and decades in the making. Tension between the US and Iran didn't just appear overnight. They've been building layer by layer, sanctions, threats, proxy conflicts, political pressure, and now we're seeing the results of all that pressure finally reaching a boiling point. But here's what makes it even more interesting. This isn't just about conflict, it's about positioning. Every move right now is strategic, calculated, designed to send signals, strength, dominance, control. And in these situations, perception matters just as much as action. Because if one side looks weak, they lose leverage. So neither side wants to be the one that backs down, even if backing down would prevent escalation. And that's the paradox. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people have no idea this is even happening. And even if they've seen a headline, they don't understand the scale. And you know why? Because we're distracted constantly. Social media, entertainment, endless scrolling. And while everyone else is focused on the next viral video, real world events are unfolding that actually shape the future. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because the more you understand what's actually happening, the less you get blindsided by it. Let's break this down clearly. Here are the realistic scenarios. So scenario 1, tensions cool down, talks resume, agreements are reached, and that's the best case scenario. Scenario 2, long-term standoff, no full conflict, but constant tension. Markets stay unstable, prices fluctuate. This could last months, even years. And scenario 3, escalation into conflict. Strikes, retaliation, wider involvement. This is where things spiral, and the scary part, once it starts, it's very hard to stop. Everyone's asking, will there be a war? That's not the smartest question. The real question is, how prepared are you for uncertainty? Because whether this escalates or not, the world is becoming more unpredictable, economically, politically, globally. And the people who stay ahead are the ones who stay aware, adapt, position themselves intelligently, while everyone else reacts too late. This situation isn't finished, not even close. What we're seeing right now is just the beginning of a shift. And whether it escalates or stabilizes, one thing is clear. The world is changing, quietly, rapidly, and most people won't even realize it until it's already affected them. So stay sharp, stay aware, and don't just watch the headlines, understand them. Because in times like this, information isn't just power, it's protection. If you want more breakdowns like this, real, unfiltered, no nonsense, hit subscribe because I don't just report what's happening, I'll show you what it actually means.